Hello again. This is Ken Turner from Milford, Ohio. It's good that you've joined me. This is a special presentation. Lord, we need prayer. We need prayer. I'm going to read a verse here, Psalms 83:4. This is, they say, come, let us wipe them out as a nation. Let the name of Israel be remembered no more. This is what's trying to go on right now in this world. I have a reading we're going to do today on the Hamas covenant. I'm going to try to keep this first part of the video real short, like 2 or 3 minutes. But I want to talk about just a few things here. This verse 83:4 has to be something to do with this day and time. Psalms chapter 83 is about war, and I believe it has something to do with this war with Hamas, and I'm going to be doing a teaching on it later on. But right now I'm going to talk about Hamas, Islamic, and Palestinian extremist war cry from the river to the sea, from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea. That's what he's talking about. A lot of these people that's even protested in the United States don't even have a clue what they're saying. They're saying from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, and they don't even know what sea and what river they're talking about. Well, it happens to be the Jordan River and the Mediterranean River, where God put the children of Israel. A rally cry for terrorist groups and their sympathizers from the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine to Hamas, which called for Israel's destruction in its original governing charter in 1988, which is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to actually show you the video of it on the screen. You'll be able to read through it yourself, and I'm going to also read it. Hamas is responsible for the October 7th attack in 2023, the terrorist attack on Israel's civilians, murdering over 1,200 people in a single deadliest day for Jews since the Holocaust. They have also brought all this retribution and all this pain and suffering on the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip because of the way they attacked Israel, and they have caused this. They hide behind innocent Palestinians to protect themselves. That's how the Hamas work. It is also a common call to arms for pro-Palestinian activists, especially student activists on college campuses. And you can look, I know in the United States and in the UK and France and Italy and stuff, you see these people protesting against Israel, death to Israel. You hear them saying death to Israel, death to the United States, death to the UK. They are crawling out. And I truly believe it's a spirit. It is a spirit of the Antichrist, an evil spirit that is driving these people to call for death and destruction of innocent people, of God's chosen people. And it says it's a call for establishment of a state of Palestine from the Jordan River to the Mediterranean Sea, erasing the state of Israel and its people. Uprising or shaking off. Okay, which also call for widespread violence both against Israel and Jews across the globe. You hear it every day. If you look at any news at all, death to Zion, death to America. And I'm going to show you this Hamas covenant here just in a minute. We're going to get off this video. Psalms 83:4. I want to read it one more. When you have time, read the whole chapter yourself and look at all these countries that are related to this war that's coming upon the children of Israel. It says in Psalms 83:4, they say, come, let us wipe them out as a nation. Let the name of Israel be remembered no more. That is their goal, Hamas's goal. Wipe out the children of Israel. They don't deserve to live. We need to pray. We need to pray. The church needs to pray for deliverance of Israel. And I'm going to get off here now, and I'm going to go ahead and just go right into the next video. So God bless you. Hello, this is Ken Turner, Milford, Ohio, and I'm going to read through the covenant of the Hamas main points. The covenant of the Islamic resistance movement was issued on August 18th, 1988. The Islamic resistance movement, also known as the Hamas, is an extremist, fundamentalist Islamic organization operating in the territories under Israeli control. Its covenant is a comprehensive manifesto comprised of 36 separate articles, all of which promote the basic Hamas goals of destroying the State of Israel through jihad and Islamic holy war. The following are excerpts of the Hamas covenant. Goals of the Hamas, the Islamic resistance movement, is a distinguished Palestinian movement whose allegiance is to Allah and whose way of life is Islam. It strives to raise the banner of Allah over every inch of Palestine. That's Article 6. On the destruction of Israel, Israel will exist and will continue to exist until Islam will obliterate it, just as it obliterated others before it. That's in the preamble. The exclusive Muslim nature of the area, the land of the Philistines, is an Islamic wharf, which means holy possession, created for future Muslim generations until Judgment Day. No one can renounce it or any part, or abandon it or any part of it. That's in Article 11. Palestine is an Islamic land. Since this is the case, the liberation of Palestine is an individual duty for every Muslim everywhere he may be. Article 13. The call to jihad. The day the enemies assert part of Muslim land, jihad becomes the individual duty of every Muslim in the face of the Jews' assertion. It is compulsory that the banner of jihad be raised, and that's in Article 15. Ranks will close, fighters joining other fighters, and masses everywhere in the Islamic world will come forward in response to the call of duty, loudly proclaiming, "Hail to jihad." This cry will reach the heavens and will go on being resounded until liberation is achieved, the invaders vanquished, and Allah's victory comes about. This is in Article 33. Rejection of a negotiated peace settlement. Peace initiatives and so-called peaceful solutions and international conferences are in contradiction to the principles of the Islamic resistance movement. Those conferences are no more than a means to appoint the infidels as arbitrators in the lands of Islam. There is no solution for the Palestinian problem except by jihad, which is a holy war. Initiatives, proposals, and international conferences are but a waste of time and exercise in futility. That's Article 13. Condemnation of Israel-Egypt peace treaty. Egypt was to a great extent removed from the circle of struggle against Zionism through the treacherous Camp David agreement. The Zionists are trying to draw other Arab countries into similar agreements in order to bring them outside the circle of the struggle. Leaving the circle of struggle against Zionism is high treason, and cursed be he who perpetrates such an act. This is Article 32. Anti-Semitic incitement. The day of judgment will not come about until Muslims fight Jews and kill them. Then the Jews will hide behind rocks and trees, and the rocks and trees will cry out, "O Muslim, there is a Jew hiding behind me. Come and kill him." That's Article 7. The enemies have been scheming for a long time and have accumulated huge and influential material wealth with their money. They took control of the world media with their money. They stirred revolutions in various parts of the globe. They stood behind the French Revolution, the Communist Revolution, and most of the revolutions we hear about with their money. They formed secret organizations such as the Freemasons, Rotary Clubs, and the Lions Club, which are spreading around the world in order to destroy societies and carry out Zionist interests. They stood behind World War I, and they formed the League of Nations through which they could rule the world. They were behind World War II, through which they made huge financial gains. There is no war going on anywhere without them having their finger in it. Article 22. Zionism. Scheming has no end, and after Palestine, they will covet expansion from the Nile to the Euphrates River. When they have finished digesting the area on which they have laid their hands, they will look forward to more expansion. Their scheme has been laid out in the protocols of the elders of Zion. That's in Article 32. The Hamas regards itself as the spearhead and the vanguard of the circle of struggle against world Zionism. Islamic groups all over the Arab world should also do the same, since they are best equipped for their future role in the fight against the warmongering Jews, and that's in Article 32. Thank you for listening to this.